Hello, bonjour, ça va? And how are we today? It is Monday, January the 20th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful frozen shores of Lake Huron. Coming on tonight, what time is it? I'm not even sure. It is about 7:30 here, Eastern. Are we daylight still? I think we are daylight still. Maybe not. Maybe not. I never can remember. Are we daylight or standard? I think we're standard. Anyway, that seems to be an important thing to say for some reason. But when I woke up this morning and went into meditation, it was the first feeling I had was I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lighter, like this big weight's been taken off. Why am I feeling so good? That was the question. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this is inauguration day for the States. But of course, whatever happens in the States affects the whole planet. And of course, being in Canada, it affects us super duper more than other countries because we're neighbors. And I'm thinking, okay, that's the only reason why. But it didn't end up to be that way. It ended up to be way more than that. Now, I have a certain schedule on Mondays. Other days, not so much, but I have certain things that I normally do on a Monday. Those plans got blown up. So I had to just kind of go with the flow, which is exactly what I did. So I went about the stuff I needed to do in the house, had plans to go out, came back. What ended up happening was I had the YouTube running. It just flips from one to the other, as I've mentioned to you before. And lo and behold, this news channel came up, which I don't watch news, but it popped up because, of course, it's Inauguration Day. And I'm not political, but there are times when we have to tune in to the politics on your world and on your planet and kind of see where we're at. Because that is of, as I'm hearing, significant value to you at certain times or juncture points in your lifespan. Today was one of those days. So when this news popped up with live feed or whatever they call it, I thought, well, okay, like I'll turn that on and go about my business in the house, doing my chores and stuff I had planned to do. And I could actually hear, sometimes I could watch it, and other times I was listening to it. And all of a sudden, he came out and he did his, I guess what you call the inauguration speech. And I thought, yeah, like I never listened to any of this stuff, no matter who it is. Like, I could care less. But I kept hearing, like, this is important. And that I was being nudged by spirit to watch this and actually pay attention. And I'm like, really? Do I have to? And I kept getting this impression that everybody is watching this and that this was a very important historic moment in time and I was supposed to watch it because in the future this would be an important thing for me because apparently I would talk about it. Yeah, I was there, kind of thing. I watched it, I participated energetically in it anyway. And then I got another impression that the people, the human beings on the planet, were not the only ones participating in watching this event, this historic event. And as I was tuning in, I was getting this feeling that there's a lot more beings around watching this. So I kind of tuned into that thought wave, and it was like there are all these other beings, and I'm not talking about on the earth plane, on the earth. they were, elsewhere. There were other, as I'm hearing it to say, other planetary significances of thought participating in this. And I was excited because I felt their excitement. It was kind of like there were all these beings, maybe on other planets, off-worldly, wherever, whatever, I don't know. And they were sitting in front of their TV sets or whatever it is that they use, and they were watching this unfold on your planet Earth. And I thought, well, if it's that important to non-humans, then it's like our progenitors is what I was getting. But then later I got it's like foes and friends alike. So it's like everybody's watching this. And I thought, oh, this is really cool. This is really interesting. I guess if everybody's watching it, I should join in too. I think I will. So after all these nudges and explanations as to why I should spend my time watching this, I decided to watch it. And I'm really glad that I did, because it was wonderful, all the things that Mr. Trump said. It just felt really good. You could just tell the exuberance of the people in the audience. Just this feeling, this frequency, this vibration was like super high and supercharged. And it was just like a relief. It felt like a big, huge sigh of relief that we finally made it. Because, seriously, the last few months since the fall have not been a fun ride, have they? They've not been fun. Emotionally challenging. All kinds of very deep, dark, depressive thoughts coming up. Lots of our past traumas and programs and old timelines. We've had to deal with them. And it's not been pleasant. It's like, are we ever going to get through this? Where's the hope? We're getting to the point of feeling like there's very little hope left on your world and on your planet. So this turned everything around, and it was fantastic. And I could feel the elevation of the frequencies of thought and hope returning. And this clairsentience is what I was hearing and feeling. Like we're starting to get in the flow of knowing who we are, why we're here, and why this is such a momentous occasion. Because we're all starting to clear our fear. And this is what he has done for us on this planet, in this world. Starting into escaping from fear. That's the momentum now. Whew, we got through the worst of it. We're starting to clear the momentum of fear. And this is crucial. It's critical. Mass conscious awareness arising has to take place after the fear is cleared on your planet and on your world. That's what it's all been about. We've talked about this for years. So this is a subjective thought here that we're pre-programmed. We come in knowing we have to align with our higher light. We know we have to step ourselves down into our dark of night, and then we have to resurrect ourselves back up into our higher light. Like we understand this. This is a subjective thought. We go up and down and back up again. But now we're starting to see it in a more objective way. Yes, this is actually what the programming's been like. We've been down and in the dark night of the soul for so long, we just totally lost trace or track of what it's like to be in the high light. And he is bringing this thought wave or this new sequence of thought back into your world or onto your planet so you can save yourself. Okay, it's not about him. It's about you. It's about you saving your own world yourself. because you can pull yourself up out of the doldrums or the low spirit light, or however you want to view it or call it. And this is an important move forward, or momentum in your thought waves into the higher significances of thought. So of course everybody's watching. We're on a big stage, everybody's watching. It's like, woo, go, 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 go. So it's been amazing. It's an amazing trip. It's an amazing ride. So after I spent maybe a couple of hours, then I had to leave. I had to go out and do my errands and stuff. Came back, turned it back on as I'm doing stuff around the house. Then I was listening to it. I tuned back in when all the big bands were playing. And then I watched the rest of his talk. He what did he talk about? Oh, he started talking about, like, his inaugurational speech was very, as they called it, unifying. So pretty positive. No bad mouthing anybody. But then once all that was done, then he was talking more personally or personably about all the stuff he's gone through to get to today. And no, it hasn't been a pleasant ride or a fun ride. It's been quite horrible, all the stuff that's been going on to prevent this new freedom ride. So he's gone into talking about some of the stuff he's gone through with some of the people who have done things to him in a negative way that he's not happy about. I mean, who would be, right? A little bit of anger there. Yeah, like who wouldn't be, right? Who wouldn't be? So I listened to all of that. He is funny. I like his sense of humor. I appreciate it better now. I understand it better now. And being older now, I'm actually getting it. Maybe you have to be older to understand it. I don't know. Anyway, then I saw him sit down and he's signing all these executive orders, I guess is what they're called. And they read out each one. This is what this one's going to accomplish. This is what this one's going to do. And the crowd loved it. I mean, the crowd loved it. So bringing a little bit of justice in, therefore peace, more contentment, more joy, more financial success is what I'm hearing. More picturing the truth rather than the lie, and how to set the energy to just get by, tell the lie, and then let that die. Okay, so it's bringing back in the concept of this was all a lie. We're letting it go by. So in other words, the past is the past. We're going to let that all go. Sometimes it's easier for some of us to let things go than others. Sometimes we hold on to the anger, a little bit of passive aggressive energy. We've all done that, been there, done that stuff, right? Repressed anger, though, has to come out in as calm and peaceful a way as possible. Let that energy go and then start transmitting the truth vibration. And that's how you raise the energy frequency or the elevation of the higher spirit light. That's how you raise yourself back up, in other words. So there's a lot of good plans being set in motion. I couldn't get over the number of executive orders he was signing throughout the day. And I guess he's gone off to do more in his, or the Oval Office, as it's called. I was thinking, that's a very long day for him. That's a long day for anybody, let alone someone of that age. Whew, takes a lot to get through a long day like that. But that's a congratulatory day. He's taking a congratulatory stance of light. And I'm hearing to say that he deserves it for everything, at this point, for everything that he has gone through, the trials and tribulations of the lower light. Nobody likes that, right? It's not fun. So, a new world has begun. We are now beginning to be at peace and at one. We are starting to resurrect our higher sun. God bless, we give you peace, light, and one. So this is us coming back into our higher thought streams of light. Right? So this is all good, because this is what his job was in the first place. A little unbeknownst to him in the beginning, but now he gets it. And he is surviving all those attempts to take him out, and before his time. And he's now super aligned with his highest energy climb. He's being brought back to his own peace of mind and his higher timeline, which is divine. Okay. So yeah, congratulations. That's a job well done. I was watching one of the spiritual astrologers. As you know, I do watch them. And I can't remember everything about it, but I remember there was these astrological configurations or aspects starting tomorrow, like the 21st of January, that are going to be a little on the difficult side. And there was concern amongst them that this would be an issue or cause problems for him in his job. So it kind of made sense to me why he would be signing as many executive orders today as possible. That thought did cross my mind several times, because I kept thinking, he's got all this other stuff to do to get through ceremony after ceremony after ceremony, and that's taxing enough on your energy and on your health. But then he's doing all this too. There's got to be a reason. So I kind of get the feeling that it's a part of that the timing was right today to do all this and to be successful and to make sure it got done, like right away. And it's kind of like I see, you know those professional runners or Olympic racers, they put their feet in the blocks, right? And the gun goes off and off they go in the race. And it's fast, right? Out of the blocks. And that's what I'm seeing. Like he can't just sort of ease into this job. It's like he's off to the races. He's got to get a ton of stuff done. And it's got to be in the now moment. So it can't be postponed. There's no waiting. There's no waiting around for this. So it had to be done, has to be done. Like the minute he got in, he had to sign these documents. So there is something in there that I'm picking up about time is of the essence. There could be, what I'm hearing, like darker times ahead. For some of us, not everybody, but for some of us more than others. And if he didn't take these necessary steps now, it would be even more dangerous if he didn't. So that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm picking up. Not quite sure what all that means. Maybe you do. We'll definitely know in the future, though, won't we? As we see the outcome of the events of today unfolding. So there you go. It's kind of like a little political, I don't know what you would call it, talk today. Which is kind of funny considering I know nothing about politics in 3D as per my personal choice. But when I got the nudge and the push and it was just kind of relentless, like sit down and watch this. Once I got listening to it, it's like, yeah, I'm interested. I want to hear this. Yes, that was good direction for me to do this. Not only as a witness of an historical event on the planet, but there's more knowledge coming through about this. as a result of watching this information come through today, there were a lot of hints here about what's going to happen in the next few weeks, let alone months and years on your world and on your planet. So we're going to take those little hints and we're going to kind of run with them, and we're going to see how the outcome will be. Because if decisive moments in time were not taken today, it would have changed the course of events on your world and on your planet. So it's very important that certain things happen today, not only astrologically, but in world events and in tactics about what is going down on your world by other cultures or creatures of thought, as I'm hearing it. But it was a wise day. There were a lot of good decisions made, a lot of practicalities ensured, a lot of future focus secured, and a lot of unending events procured. It's like certain things would have been unheard if they were not procured. Again, some of this I get, others, no, not so much, but maybe you do. Time will tell, as always, right? So I'm not really hearing anything else to say. I guess we'll leave it at that today. I'm hearing it as a critique, a political critique. It's kind of funny to me. Yeah. That's not really my thing, but this is a very spiritual outcome of a political 3D thing going on in your world. So blessings, everyone. Take care of yourselves and others. And I hope you do enjoy this new day, this new momentum, going in a higher, more spiritual way, and gaining more access to your higher light today. All right. God bless. We give you peace of mind today. And we restore your energy in every way. All right. These are the blessings of the day. All right. If you wish to book an appointment with us, you can go to the website www.healingourenergy.ca and book your appointment today. All right. Take care, everyone. We'll speak again. Bye for now.